Hello everyone. This video is a part 2 to the rise of LittleBigPlanet. If you haven't seen that one, I suggest you check it out. I talked about the first 2 games, why they were so amazing, and why fans were so excited to see where the series could go next.
But this is where things changed. Media Molecule decided to step away and focus on their new project Dreams. So the development of LittleBigPlanet 3 was handed to Sumo Digital. While Sumo Digital was talented and worked on LittleBigPlanet Vita, in a short amount of time, they had to learn the game engine, meet high expectation from fans, and most importantly, maintain an already complex system and bring back all old levels from the previous 2 games to next-gen hardware. It was that part specifically that doomed this game. LittleBigPlanet 3 released in 2014 and introduced some genuinely great ideas. New playable characters, Oddsock, Toggle, Swoop, with unique abilities for each character that changed the way the game was played, with stuff like speed-based sections for Oddsock, weight-based puzzles for Toggle, and aerial gameplay options for Swoop. I really enjoyed their additions. It expanded level design possibilities, as well as their addition of more layers to each level, more advanced logic tools, and more control over lighting. On paper, with all of these new additions and all the old content returning, it sounded like the best game yet. But unfortunately, the game launched into a rough state, to say the least, and overshadowed anything good this game had going for it. The server problems were unbelievably bad, often close to 30-minute wait times to load into a new level. It was nearly impossible to join friends' games without getting kicked every hour or so. Save data corruption was very common, with players losing hours or even years of work. I was a victim of this. As well as level copy abuse, which was a thing in LittleBigPlanet 2, but had gotten far worse, with creators constantly having their work stolen or re-uploaded. There were far more game-breaking bugs as well, and the physics was inconsistent compared to the earlier games. The developers released patches trying to improve stability, fix servers and corruption issues, but for many players, the damage was already done. Trust in the platform took a huge hit. Not to mention, any time a fix was sent out, the game would just receive another DDoS attack due to the game's many exploits, until eventually, Sumo Digital gave up trying to fix the game and announced they would be shutting down the servers. While LittleBigPlanet 3 had strong ideas, its technical problems showed how fragile this game was. Eventually, creators stopped uploading and players left due to frustration of just trying to play the game. And unfortunately, this is the end of the LittleBigPlanet franchise. Sure, there's Sackboy's Big Adventure, which, don't get me wrong, it was cool. It just came out 6 years ago! When LittleBigPlanet left, it felt like it took so much more with it. Specifically, creativity in gaming. This is why we need another LittleBigPlanet game. There's been nothing like it since. A game solely focused on creativity and fun. Sure, you might think we already have creative games, and that's true. Games like Fortnite, Roblox, and Dreams all offer user-generated content, but LittleBigPlanet hit a balance that those games miss completely. Dreams and Roblox, while incredibly powerful tools, are far too complex to just jump right in and mess around. Roblox, you damn near need game development experience to make stuff on there, while in LittleBigPlanet, tools were far simpler to use for most normal people, and each tool had far more features than just on the surface, still leaving room for more experienced players. Level creation in Roblox and Dreams felt like work, while in LittleBigPlanet, it just felt like another area to get all your buddies in and have fun. And while games like Minecraft give you more of a blank canvas and technically offer more freedom, there's something far more fun about how LittleBigPlanet gives you a stage, characters, physics, and rules, while at the same time giving you all the tools to break and bend everything as much as possible. Nothing was cooler than loading into a LittleBigPlanet level and it looking nothing like LittleBigPlanet. As well as just the game's look, the handcrafted aesthetic, stickers, materials, and animation gave everything a handmade feel that in the age of everything looking like UE5 slop would be such a breath of fresh air.
But you know what? Those are all opinions. You can easily make the argument that they are superior level creators with far more tools and features. But there is one thing you can't deny. Those games reek of late-stage capitalism.
While I think it's great people get paid to create games on those platforms, the longer and longer those games have ran, the more and more people see it as a business opportunity than a means to share their creations. The games on there now prioritize player retention and microtransactions above creativity and fun, which is why LittleBigPlanet was so different. People were making these insane levels, spending weeks on them purely for the love of the game. While I respect Sony's decision to let teams move on to new projects if they aren't feeling up to making another game, what kind of mega corporation does not milk their franchise to death? They must know this game will make tons of money, so why leave it to die? At least they don't have the Xbox mentality of, never give up, something will be good eventually. But still, so many franchises from Sony are left to rot. Infamous, Mod Nation, Uncharted, but if any of these games deserve to come back, I think LittleBigPlanet is the clear choice. The LittleBigPlanet series started off as something revolutionary, a game where anyone could create, and a community driven by imagination. LittleBigPlanet 2 perfected that vision, but LittleBigPlanet 3 showed how fragile that kind of ecosystem can be when technical issues get in the way. At least it's not completely over with ways to play online with a jailbroken PS3 or emulation, but that's not the kind of treatment this series deserves. Thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. I'll see y'all probably sometime next week.